Okay, dear students, today I'm going to show you how to wash your hands according to the Serve-Safe Manager certification that we do in class. Okay, to begin with, you guys are going to get a large piece of paper towel. Why do we do that? If we don't, once you finish to dry your hands, with your wet hands, you're going to wet the entire roll, and also you're going to contaminate your hands again. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, I'm going to open the faucet, and I need water to be about 100 degrees. I'm not going to take the temperature, but the way that I'll know that it's 100 degrees is because it's the heat, the most heat that my hands can take. Okay, if I'm burning myself, that means that it's higher than 100. But it has to be something that you can take. Okay, now it's coming. Okay, so while the water is getting the temperature that I need, I'm going to roll up my sleeve. Because you're going to wash your hands up to almost your elbow. Okay? Now, if I have any jewelry, rings, or anything like that, I will have to remove it. Remember that the only thing that we can wear in the culinary industry is the wedding band, so I'm going to leave it on. Okay. Now, the water is getting there. Okay, and that's a nice and high temperature. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my hands up to my elbows, like I said. Okay. Now, I'm going to get enough soap. Don't be stingy with the soap. So it's got to be enough soap to rub my hands and my arms. You need to see the way that you will know if you got the right amount of soap is because you can see the foam in your hand. If you don't see any foam, it means that you don't have enough soap. Okay, so according with the Serve-Safe, you gotta rub about 15 seconds in between the fingers and the tips of the fingers as well. Okay, tip of fingers and in between the fingers. 15 seconds. 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, now I'm gonna bring this back over here and I'm gonna start rinsing. Okay. Now, very important. I'm going to make sure that I close the faucet with the back of my hand. Why? Because again, that is contaminated and you want to make sure that your hands are nice and clean. Now, I'm going to dry my hands. The paper that we have is very fragile, so I'm just going to make sure that I pat it, dry it. If I start rubbing it, you're going to break the paper, tear into pieces, and it's going to be all over the place. And the last thing, that's what I had, a very large piece of paper. I'm going to dry the sink without touching the sink because you don't want to contaminate your hands again. Okay? Now, in order to review, the first thing that we do is wet our hands and arms with running water, temperature about 100 degrees. Then we're going to apply soap, enough soap to wash our hands up to our elbows, and rub for 10 to 15 seconds between fingers and tips. The next thing that we're going to do, we're going to rinse with warm water. The next one we are going to do is we're going to dry our hands. Okay? And then the last one, we're going to dry with single paper towel. Single paper towel, and I don't think I mentioned this to you, is the paper that you're not going to reuse. You're going to use and discard. So most likely the towels that we have in the kitchen, the rags, that won't be, or the apron, it won't be for you to use to dry your hands. Okay? All right.